baby, on the beats.
Junior to know he's going to let us down once again. Sorry about that. Let's jump into our first topic. But what?
You
Just
come on screen. You ain't even on camera or anything.
I thought it was on. Like I'm having technical difficulties. It's storming over here, but I apologize for that. Welcome back to the RouG Pod. It's your man Hendo here with my special guest, Rodney from Lunch Break Hot Take. How you doing today, Rodney?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate you joining me. Like, today is the first
been a while since we talked.
Has it? Yeah, it seems like it was just an hour ago. Yes. It is the first full day of football. Welcome back, everybody. I see some people have come back into the fold. We've been missing you these last few months, but you are back, and we are here to entertain you, especially with Rodney.
That's supposed to mean
you're a very entertaining individual.
I appreciate it, but I think that is a lie. And I don't want you to set the bar higher than it need to be, and then people can't reach the bar, and then it's just embarrassing.
Okay.
So keep expectations low.
And then surpass them. Is that what we do?
I mean, if you can.
Okay. All right.
If you can't, then they're not very disappointed anyway.
This is facts. All right, you all. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and in audio form. So if you like audio podcasts, when you're working out, when you're driving to work, go over there, hit us up, listen to me, give me 5-star rating, help me build up that platform. I think right now I'm somehow, some way number one in indie basketball podcasts. And I can't remember the last time I talked about basketball.
Yeah, it's like what you and Chris got a basketball show, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it? Like me and Chris are the two number one basketball enthusiasts out there.
That's right.
Oh man, we starting off the show right. $5 tip from Coach Evans. Appreciate it. He says ugly wins count. Yes, they do. And I mean, listen, this is something that we all expected. Most of us didn't think that the Ravens were going to come in and light the world afire. Nobody thought that this offense was going to go out there and be crisp, especially with the way that Harbaugh decided not to play any of his starters during the preseason. I don't know. But I appreciate you, Coach. And listen, if you want to do like Coach, if you want to be like Coach, make sure you hit up that comment section. There is a pin link in the comment section where you can donate to the channel. Everything that you put to the channel, we put back out to you all. We hit you with gifts. We do giveaways, prizes. We do meet and greets. So if you want to be awesome like him, hit me up. You want your comments highlighted across the screen? Hit me up. But let's see who we got in here. Of course, we got Brandon Bazell. First as always, my man, Mr. Galloway, my partner from Electric Relaxation. If you like hip hop, if you like music, make sure you check us out every Tuesday at 8 p.m. during a live stream. We always got some dope content over there. Music is just everything to me. We got Mr. Jada Six in the house. He said, OG Hendo dropping words of wisdom. I don't know about that, homeboy. I just speak my mind. Matt D's in the house. He says he's third. Yes, indeed. We got Big Reg in the house. What's going on? We got Brandon Buck. Brandon, what's going on? You didn't change your name like 3 times in the Discord. What's up with that? No more Arizona armchair? Like, is that done for good? My man Davon's in the house. What's going on, Davon? I'm glad you could finally join us live. Finally. We got Joey in the house. What's going on? Bro, we need a lot of things. Of course, we got Danity in here. Will G. Who else we got up in here? Oh, we got Kogan. What's going on? Long time no see. MDT Sports. Terrell's in the house. Mr. Jose Garcia, one half of Lunch Break Hot Take.
He's supposed to be on screen, though, isn't he?
He said possibly. He said he had some things to do and he would jump in when he had the opportunity.
He ain't doing nothing.
Probably not. Oh, we got LL in the house. What's going on? Coach Evans from Sip Tally. Rodney, the other half of Lunch Break Hot Take.
What up? How come I don't have more points though?
I don't know why you don't have any more points, sir. We got Yolanda B in the house.
What up, Yolanda?
D Weezy in the house. D Weezy. You don't have more points because Rodney, I haven't really done that many streams. I think I've done one stream this month. So
I don't know why and it's not a talk for public comment. I can't remember the word I was thinking of now. Public consumption, but like why do I always have to talk to you about co-host points?
Oh man, I have to make sure to get you those co-host points. Now, if you do not know what Brian is talking about, we do a loyalty point system over here. The more points that you rack up, I pick one winner per month to win a prize. It's a nice prize, something good, something decent. And if you're wondering, hey, how do I get those loyalty points? Well, one, you can get loyalty points by just showing up and watching these live streams. You can get loyalty points also by just commenting. If you donate to the channel, you get points. You get 100 points per every $1 that you donate. You can get points for signing up to be a patron. To get you a lot of points. You can get points by just subscribing to the channel. So like I said, every month we give out a prize. And since we jumped the gun on this, I want to thank last month's loyalty winner,
Well, okay,
Mr. Ferris Muthana. Congratulations, Ferris. Hit me up and let me know what prize you want, because earlier when we tried to talk to you, you were too engulfed in that game to answer any questions.
No, don't be disrespectful like that. It's not that game. It's Starfield. All right, and that's where I'm supposed to be at right now. I'm supposed to be in the field of stars, but I'm here for apparently some slave wages. What is loyalty points?
What are slave wages?
I've got 0 loyalty points for co-hosting.
All right, Rodney. Starting this month, Rodney, you get loyalty points for co-hosting. Okay. I mean, this is the second stream in. I mean,
okay. I said okay. That's what I said.
So anyone that co-hosts with me gets loyalty points. So Coach, you are by all means invited to the show. You have an open invitation anytime you so choose. That goes along with Chris, Jose, Mike. You know what I mean? My man Dre. If you want to come up here and
now it's just for everybody. So that's cool. That's cool.
All right, we got a couple more tips. We got $6.90 tip from Brandon Buck. Says, hope everyone enjoyed NFL Week 1. Have a good show, fellas. I appreciate it. We also got a $27.46 tip saying, I challenge you to a points duel first. Nice.
I mean, I wasn't trying to be a martyr out here. I wasn't trying to be Rosa Parks for the points. Like I'm in it for myself. But I mean, whatever.
Hey,
you do what you gotta do.
That's right. Let the games begin. All right, let's get into this content because I need to hurry this up just in case the power goes out again. And I don't want to leave Rodney sitting here by himself because he will leave.
I mean, put my mouse on this stop cam button here real quick, just so I'm ready.
Anyway, welcome all. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you dropping by. If you're returning, you know I love you guys. Appreciate you for all of the support, everything that I've been through since the beginning of this. This is my second full season doing this, and I appreciate you all. Hopefully we can grow. Hopefully I can do some things that entertain you and make this channel better. So let's jump into this game. The Baltimore Ravens defeated the Houston Texans 25-9 today. Now, for those of you, I know most of Flock Nation and everybody else, they had a message that they wanted me to share with everybody before I started speaking of the game. Don't kill me. I am just the messenger.
Run for your lives. Everyone run for cover. SOS. Mayday. Mayday. Code red. Duck and cover. You're all in danger.
Yes, the world is coming to an end because the Baltimore Ravens did not look like a dominant team today. The defense in the beginning, they looked very dominant. To me, this game was just what we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be sloppy. We thought there were going to be penalties. I didn't think that there were going to be so many penalties. The Ravens ended up with 13 penalties for approximately 100 yards. I'll get to that in a second. Approximately over 100 yards. They ended the game with 265 total yards, 155 passing, 110 rushing. Once you have as many yards in penalties as you do in total yards, I think that seems to be an issue. Lamar Jackson looked a little bit rusty. The run game in the beginning wasn't on par. I know that you think that J.K. Justice Hill is now the man going forward. I don't think so. I think that Gus Edwards, they figured they really didn't need him today, and especially at that little snafu early in the game, John Harbaugh had to sit him down and teach him a lesson. But overall, I think offensively, we will get things together. I think that they will gel with a little bit more time together. I think that Todd Monken needs to do something. Now, I read something on Twitter earlier, and it said, hey, you guys wanted Todd Monken as your offensive coordinator. But in Greg Roman's first game as an OOC, he put up 59 points. Touche. How do you feel about the game today, Brady?
Well, first, ain't nobody want Todd Monken as their OC. So I don't know where they got that. But nobody out here talking about, man, hi, Todd Monken. Yeah, I didn't hear one person say that. Not one. But second, this is what we've been talking about leading up to the season. You don't play at all in the preseason, and you have a new offense, and you have new players on that offense, and you have an O-line that hasn't played together at all, and you're not going to be on the same page. I mean, and that's what you saw. They scored more points than I thought they were going to, but yeah, Lamar was definitely rusty. He said so himself. The O-line didn't play great. They didn't get the ball to the receivers a whole lot outside of Zay Flowers, but they used the Houston Texans as their preseason.
Yeah. What did it take till the third quarter for them to actually get Odell Beckham a catch?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I mean, he drew 2 pass interference penalties, which really helped the team out, something that Ravens wide receivers struggle with in the past. I think over the past 10 years, we got
Smith.
Aside from Torrey Smith.
That was his specialty.
Because Torrey Smith couldn't catch.
Oh, yes, he could. What are you talking about? Torrey Smith was a very good receiver.
Maybe in Philly, maybe in Carolina.
He was in Baltimore.
No. I still remember the what is it? I keep forgetting that dude's name. I know it's Melvin. Rashawn Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember that game against the Patriots. We still had a chance to win with Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco dropped back to throw the pass. Torrey Smith decides, I'm going to stop running.
That ain't nothing to do with his hands.
And then look back and be like, oh, he threw that to me. Man, let me go try to get that.
That got nothing to do with his hands. You try to say he can't catch.
No, because he was scared. He was scared in that moment. Some people want the ball in that moment. Some people don't want it.
Torrey wants the ball. Torrey a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
He is. I like Torrey. I liked him coming out of Maryland. It's just that his hands weren't the most reliable, but he did draw pass interference penalties, something my man Hollywood could not do.
It is a skill. It's like some people would say this guy, the way he plays, is not the most respectable, but it's like James Harden drawing fouls in the NBA, right? You don't have to catch the ball if you can get the defender to foul you.
This is true. Yeah, you're right about that. All right, we got another donation. We got a 50 burger from a man Ferris. Appreciate you. He said the best duo in the game, Starsky and Hutch, ain't got ish on these gentlemen. Ish if this duo, if they drove off a cliff like Thelma and Louise, they would have survived.
Wow.
I appreciate the 50, but this is very profanity laden.
Yes.
I don't know.
That means he's still playing Starfield.
He's still playing Starfield. He can't seem to get it. That game has warped his mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little curious about Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the last 2 hours. That's all you guys have been talking about, and this game has just seemed so amazing.
It is amazing.
That I don't have time to get caught up.
You got time. There's something else you ain't got. You got the time. That's all right.
It is. All right. Let's take a look at some of these game stats, if you don't mind. So Lamar Jackson was 17 to 22, 169 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. The team as a whole only passed for 855. Like I said earlier, Lamar Jackson was our leading rusher once again. I thought this was something that was supposed to be over with Todd Monken becoming the offensive coordinator. Now, I know that most of these runs weren't by design, but him leading us in rushing again is unacceptable. There were a few times where I saw Lamar get hit, and I was like, oh no, he doesn't normally get hit like that. He either gets out of bounds or he slides. He took some shots today. And one time he got up a little bit slow. And I got concerned, like, nah, he can't go out. Not in game one. Not in game one. He was second behind. Second behind him was Gus Edwards with 32 yards. JK had 22 before he went out. And Justice Hill with his 8 carries for 9 yards and his 1.1 average. Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Zay Flowers chipped in 9 yards.
Incredible. It's incredible. I'm getting it from Sony fans on both ends here. Jay in the chat talking nonsense. You over here mocking people who score the points.
I just listen. I like Hill, Justice. I like him. He's a little bit better than I thought he was a few years back because all he did was come in the game and fumble. He runs hard. He's trying to make his roster spot stick. I give you that. But going forward without J.K. Dobbins, it's not going to work. He's not that guy. Is he good for spot duty?
Is J.K. Dobbins that guy?
All right, moving on. So
is Gus Edwards that guy?
Moving on. So
have you ever had that guy outside of the one season of Mark Ingram? Let me tell you something, Ravens fans. The guy is Lamar Jackson. It doesn't matter who's lined up next to him. Not a running back.
I mean, this is true a little bit. Come on, Ray Rod. Do you really believe that? I hope. Yeah, I see the laughing emojis. I hope you don't really believe that. Some people actually were calling for Melvin Gordon, and unfortunately, Keaton Mitchell cannot come until Game 5. So unless we're going to sign somebody else, don't know.
I'll have you know that the last 2 years, Justice Hill has averaged over 5 yards a carry, which is all I heard about with Gus Edwards. That's all I ever hear about with Gus Edwards. Oh, look how good he is. 5 yards a carry. Oh, look how great. Good. Oh, it's Gus the Bus. Oh, he's 5 yards a carry. He's one of the best in the league.
I never said that.
We so blessed that he didn't go and take a starting job and be a premier back, and instead he signed to be a backup for $3 million.
It was $5 million, and then he took the pay cut.
I don't know why you corrected me about the Ravens overpaying backup running backs, but that's all right.
Moving along.
Appreciate it.
Moving along. On defense, we had Roquan Smith, who had 16 tackles, who actually set a Ravens record with the most tackles in the first game of the season, breaking Ray Lewis's record of 14. He also had a sack, 2 tackles for loss.
I need to review the tape on that. That probably didn't happen.
What, Ray Lewis?
Him breaking Ray Lewis's record. Then you go back and check that. You know how dubious these tackle statistics are.
Listen, I know that I love my Ravens, and I know this is a Ravens podcast, but Ray Lewis used to get credited for some of the most BS tackles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to check out Roquan. I've seen Luke Kuechly get tackles where he was 5 yards away from the person that never laid a finger on him, and they were like, "That was Luke." Prove me wrong.
Yes. Also at the top of the leaderboard in tackles is Brandon Stevens. I do not know why your cornerback has 12 total tackles. Now, I know everybody's going to say, hey.
Because he's a gamer. That's why.
I know they're going to say, hey, he came out and had a bunch of hard-hitting tackles, but he gave up a lot of passes. I'd rather have a guy that doesn't tackle and shuts people down.
Yeah, no, that's not true. You'd rather have Marcus Peters, who didn't do either.
That was last year because he was injured.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Where's his replacement?
Wasn't Russell Wilson cooking today? Who were they playing? Were they playing Marcus Peters' new team?
Was he cooking? Did they win?
I don't know if they won.
They did not. They lost to the Raiders.
But I didn't say anything about the Broncos. I said Russ was cooking.
Did he complete those passes versus Peters? No, he did not.
You don't know that. You're just talking.
I really don't. I'm just playing with you. Like, yes, but you know what? Listen, I normally put Peters on my stock now, but I have no expectation for this young man. So I don't think he'll make my stock down anymore because it's just his norm. But you are correct, Danity. They need to pick a position for him and let him stick to it instead of moving him around. He was supposed to come into the season playing safety, but he's back to playing corner. Like, let this man flourish at one position. Stop having him jump around. But with the injuries that we shall get into. Who knows what we're going to do with him next? Because we got some positions to possibly fill. We know one we need to fill. We'll get into the others. And yes, where was Brodney's boy? He said he played. I need to go back and rewatch tape. And
He got in there.
how many snaps? I mean, like, was it more than like 10 snaps?
That I don't know. I wasn't counting snaps. I was watching the Panthers flush their season down the toilet.
What's going on, Slim? I mean, how did they flush? Listen, you can't. We
can't be losing division games, man. You can't be doing it.
Listen. When we did your show earlier, we spoke about this being week 1. You cannot get too high over a win. You can't get too low over a loss. You really think that they threw their season away off of one loss?
No. This was just the beginning of the process.
Yeah.
It's like today they lifted the lid. If they lose tomorrow, they're gonna, the season's going in, and then they lose the next week, they're hitting, they're flushing.
So you think it's gonna be a snowball effect? And
we looked at their schedule, right? They could, I don't think they will, but they could very well start 0-6. I don't think that they will, but it's a tough schedule.
Okay.
Especially considering how they played against Atlanta.
I mean, it's the first game, and you have an all-star coaching team. I think that they're going to make the list. You have some very good coaches on your team. You have Dom Capers. Dom Capers ain't
a coach. He's a consultant, first of all. He consults. Second of all, the guy who was calling the plays said, "Oh, man, it's 3rd and short. Let me take out my running back and hand the ball to a wide receiver. Oh, shit, that didn't work. Now it's 4th and short. Let me take out that wide receiver and then hand it to my backup running back. Oh, no, we didn't score. What happened?"
It's a learning process. He's learning his personnel. I have all the faith in Carolina. I picked them to win. Like, I lost a game in the Pick'ems league.
Oh, man.
Because I went with Carolina. I went with Carolina in leagues.
Your heart will go on, yes.
I don't know. That's my cousins. Like, that's the cousin team.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, look, good day for us, bad day for you. Next week is a different story. Like, every week is a different what? Every week is a different script with a blank page ready for you to write the narrative of what your team is going to do, Roddy.
Yeah, that's true. Look, the Saints suck.
Yeah, the Saints do suck. So the Saints suck. Tampa Bay sucks. They're not going to keep that up. Atlanta, nobody really believes in Atlanta, and you have another game against them. So I'm just saying. All right, let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, Brodney, tell me what you think the good, the bad, and the ugly is coming from this game.
The good was Brian Burns and Derek Brown. The bad was kind of I was kind of flipping back and forth between the games, so I'll do my best. Henderson.
Please.
The good for Baltimore. They were right. They were right about not needing their preseason snaps to beat Houston. That's the good.
Okay.
The bad was Lamar being completely out of sync, being rusty, making bad decisions, bad throws, not taking care of the ball, all that. That was the bad. The ugly, this is going to be a tie for the ugly between the O-line that gave up 4 sacks and obviously the injuries that hit J.K. and Marcus Williams and Ronnie and Linderbaum.
All right. So for me, my good is going to be football is back. Football is back, and my
no. You're not gonna stop me from doing my good for Carolina and then come with some BS talking about football's back.
I didn't. You didn't let me finish
from this game, sir.
I was about to say you didn't let me. You did not let me finish.
I don't need no preamble. Get to it. Baltimore, Houston. Good. Go.
The good from the Baltimore Houston game is my team won. My team found a way to pull out the victory. Offense did not look particularly well, but the defense held its own. They bent, but they did not break. The bad for me, the bad has to be the offensive line. This is the same offensive line that we have been telling you throughout all of the offseason is not a top 5 offensive line. Even though you argued with us and said PFF ranks them, they're not good. The ugly, it has to be the injuries. One injury after the next. It just seems like this franchise is snake bitten and we cannot get away from it. We got rid of Steve Saunders. These injuries are still going on. So to me, that has to be the ugliest take of them all. Jay says, we going to be all right. Bryce is the type of QB to have a bad game, severely learn from it all, and come out stronger and smarter like a Saiyan.
I don't know what you're basing that on, man, but that's
cool.
cool.
He only played one game, bro. I don't know how we going to get this. And Joey, I don't think the Panthers are in trouble. I think their division is weak enough for them to come back. They almost won the division last year. And their team was not good last year. Love them, but
they're in trouble if they lose next week and go 0-2 in division. Then they're in trouble.
That sets them behind the 8 ball a little bit. Yes, it does. Davon says, good. We played the Texans. Bad. Lamar's errors. Ugly. The injuries. God, I can't.
Thanks for typing what I said, Davon. Appreciate it.
Hey, Coach, listen. Do not encourage this type of behavior because then Brian he's been abusing me for the last couple of weeks on streams. Now he comes in and he does it again. What's going on, Daniel? He said penalties are a problem again. It's becoming a constant thing John Harbaugh teams are known for. Yes, and we've said it before. Jose said it many times. John Harbaugh does not bring his teams into games prepared. Like, he's ill-prepared for games. I've said this since 2010. John Harbaugh-led teams lack discipline. They always have. They always will. Like, he does not penalize guys for lack of discipline. He'll penalize you for fumbling. You'll get in his doghouse for fumbling or just talking back to him. He'll get you off the team. But if you commit dumb penalties, it's fine. Justin Madubuike, he had 2 personal foul penalties, one of which led to the Texans getting points right before half. They were about to punt the ball, face mask. Travis Jones, same thing. How do you have 9 penalties in a half? I understand this is the first game of the season, but 9 penalties in a half, I think that's just a little too much for me. What's going on, Arkansas? He says, who do you think the Ravens are going to pick up?
That's mad optimistic right there. You must not have been a Ravens fan for long.
Mad optimistic. Who do I think that the Ravens will pick up? And are you saying just off the street or via trade?
Melvin Gordon.
No, we're going. What is that dude name? The dude's name, Anthony Brown, cornerback, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. That's who they're going to pick up. They're not going to listen. They're not going to. They felt like we spent enough money on offense. We're not doing that. Eric DeCosta feels like he does an outstanding job of picking up offensive linemen, which he has not. We got lucky with Ben Powers last year. The rest of them suck. So I don't think that they're going to do much. I know that they just did a couple moves and freed up a few million in cash, but lucky thing that they did, because they need that reserve money to maybe sign people to take the place of any of these injuries that may have occurred. And speaking of injuries, let's talk about these injuries. Horrible thing. So
why Linderbaum look like a cartoon troll?
He looked like Shrek when Shrek became a human. I don't know why he
do that to him.
We didn't do that. I don't know why they did it to him. All right, J.K. Dobbins.
Why does he look twice as big as Ronnie Stanley? I know Ronnie bigger.
J.K. Dobbins left the game early with an Achilles injury, and he is out. He is out for the season.
J.K. Dobbins took that picture knowing he was tearing his Achilles. Look at his face, man.
Tyler Linderbaum. I do believe that he injured his ankle. Ronnie Stanley tweaked his knee, and Marcus Williams, they said it was a shoulder injury, but there are fear and concerns that he tore his pectoral muscle. Don't know, bro. This is not really that funny.
I'm laughing for their coach. Linderbaum got a 26 head.
Y'all some disrespectful people.
You the one that put up those pictures.
I got him off the website, bro. I got him off the website. He do look like when Shrek became that human. That's what Linderbaum looked like. Listen, August. So don't pay attention to Brian. He just mad his team lost today. But yes, we are. But he wasn't lying though. We're not gonna pick up anybody. Listen, all off season, all last season. beginning of the year, whatever, you know, everybody loved that little video that came out talking about how the Ravens are fleecing the NFL. That video came out and they spoke about how the Ravens had so much depth on this team, we had nothing to worry about. But every time somebody gets injured, we panic because we know we don't have the depth that people say that we really do, because we really don't.
No, they don't. They don't have any depth.
Not Bonnie Rubble. All right.
I mean, at running back, they're cool, but that's the easiest position to find depth. So
This is
not
true.
really saying a whole lot. They ain't got no depth on the O line. Ain't got no depth at edge. Ain't got no. I mean, they ain't got starters at corner. So how can you have depth if you ain't got starters?
Nolan Humphrey coming back
Yeah, but he is.
one day. I don't know what day. One day. But we'll see. And unlike many franchises, we don't have the coaching staff to coach up these guys to get them to play better than their draft status or their play from previous teams. We have coaches that just throw guys in there and say, "Hey, do your job."
Let's see. Figure it out.
Kind of like Bill Belichick right now. Bill Belichick's teams just aren't looking good.
Hey! They came back. They almost won that game.
Yeah,
not for McCorkle Jones being their quarterback.
If he hadn't thrown that pick six, it might be a different game.
Well, they had a couple chances late, and they didn't really go McCorkle's way. But
this is false. This is false. Philadelphia has depth.
Yeah, the 49ers have depth.
Lots of it. You know what? You know how you get depth? Good drafting. Good drafting, smart free agency pickups. We don't draft well. We might get a good free agent here. We might make a good trade, but drafting? It says who we picking at 20. At 20? In the draft? So you telling me if we picking at 20, what do we want and done in the playoffs? That's what 20 tells me. That's what 20 tells me. One and done in the playoffs. That means we ain't doing nothing. We're not winning no playoff game. We just gonna show up once again. Oh, he's back. What's going on, Darius? Good to see you, my man. He says they serve Brontosaurus burgers at the castle now, so EDC is Mr. Slate. No, he's Mr. Safe, because somehow if things go sour this season, I think that John Harbaugh is the one that's gonna kind of get that axe. I think EDC is gonna say, "Hey, I drafted these players well. I've given you 102,000 draft picks. You've developed none of them, except for maybe one guy that we'll talk about later." So,
no, Jay, they cut Matt Corral and they signed Bailey Zappi to the active roster. Corral,
they let Corral go. So we're not going to be using the Golden Corral anymore unless another team decides to pick him up.
I told you that as soon as that one dude stepped on his foot and he was like, "Ow," his career was over. That was it.
He said, "Ow."
He had to establish himself last year in his rookie season, or it was just never going to happen for him. What do you?
Wow. I'm watching Dallas block a field goal and score a touchdown.
Why can you watch the game and I can't watch it? I'm putting the game on.
I can't watch the game. It just is on in my periphery.
All right. I'm putting the game on.
Rude.
Oh, okay.
All right, Bradley, if you could you give me your offensive and defensive players of the game for me, please? You want to chat, do that as well. Let me know who you think were the stars.
Let's see here. Oh, wow. Like, he didn't even have to dive to block that kick. Like, he was just standing there. He was standing there waiting for the kick. He was like, "Yo, come on, bro. You got to kick it.
I'm waiting.
You know what's going to happen. Just kick the ball. This ain't on you. You ain't missed the block." Offensive and defensive player of the game. Defense was Roquan.
Okay.
I mean, he made every tackle for your team. Offensive player of the game. I mean, look, I would say Zay. He caught 9 passes off his 10 targets, but gotta go with the dude who put the points on the board, Justice Hill. He scored on 25% of his touches.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Okay.
right, Jay. That's right.
What'd Jay say?
Offensive player Justice Hill, 2 touchdowns.
He's a Panthers fan. What do you expect him to say?
I mean, Panthers fans do understand that you have to
I know.
score to win.
I'm just playing. Coach says Flowers and on offense, Smith on defense. Dan Franklin says Hill. All right, yeah.
You gotta put the crying, laughing face next to Hill. Like he'll gonna not show up next week, and then y'all gonna be crying. For real.
I mean, and I'm not. Listen, I don't take anything away from that young man. He scored 2 touchdowns, but they did give him the ball inside the 5-yard line. He should have scored 2 touchdowns.
Okay, but not everybody does that, do they?
No, they don't. You're right. Will G, he says Zay, PQ, and Roquan. I don't know why you had the little PQ in there, but all right.
I don't know who RO is.
Roquan, Zay and Rue show. I guess they're gonna take out the O&O Express.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah, I know they're gonna replace him.
Strip sack and 3 QB hits. I guess that don't rate for y'all, especially after you've been slandering them guys for months leading up to the season.
Who's been slandering who?
I'm looking off to my right because that's where the chat is. I'm talking to Ravens Flock right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
O&O Express. They were ready to go. Yeah.
Were they?
They were hitting on all cylinders.
Listen, I honestly did not think that Ojabo was playing until they put that backup defensive tackle in there.
Listen. Okay, I hear the shade and I reject it. All right. All he did was go stealth mode until he was needed. And when he was needed, what'd he do?
Okay, he got a strip sack.
Okay, then.
I can't take nothing away from the young man. He got a strip sack.
Roquan got a sack. Did he cause a fumble?
Roquan made so many tackles. Listen, he stopped fourth down play.
Oh, did he stop a 4th down play from
that
juggernaut Texans offense? Look, you know why Roquan had 16 tackles and Brandon Stevens had 12? Because the rest of y'all lazy. That's why.
What's up, agent? Listen, speaking of lazy, this is something. This is
y'all wasn't doing shit.
Listen,
they told Roquan, you better go earn that money.
Hey,
I'm staying right here.
Listen, he earned that money. But I'm gonna say this about. I'm gonna say this about laziness. The one thing, like, I understood everything that was going on in the game, but the one thing that really ticked me off about this game was, especially Ronnie Stanley, not the fact that he got beat so many times. The fact was, when he got beat, he just stopped. Like, he just stood there. When the guy beat him, he just stopped and stood there. Like, he didn't go over to make sure his QB was okay, maybe see if he could come back and do something. He just stood there and looked. And I'm like, that's lazy. Like, you got your money and you feeling real comfortable right now. So,
did you see the pass that Daniel Jones just threw?
No, was it a good one?
No, because like it was just this dude. I don't know who 56 is, but he got into the backfield instantly, right? And Daniel Jones saw him and knew he was about to get hit, and said, "You know what? I'm gonna try and throw it over you anyway."
Yeah, he did. So hold up, Dallas missed the extra point.
Looks like it.
Dallas being Dallas.
Ooh, almost threw a pick.
Danity says Stanley looked terrible. It could be rust from not playing for so long.
You mean like everybody else on the team? Y'all think it's a coincidence that Zay Flowers is the only one who looked decent on offense and he played in the preseason?
I mean, John Simpson played in the preseason a lot.
He was just fine, sir.
He was not. He you know what? You're right. He may have done better than most. He may have been the least offensive.
He was just fine for John Simpson.
Yeah, it's true. So hopefully we can get things together, because next week we got Cincinnati coming up. That juggernaut of Joe Burrow and his 87 yards passing?
Yeah, 82.
82 yards passing. Listen. And a lot of people said, "Man, I wish we'd have got Cincinnati this week." Sometimes these rivalry games, they set people on another level. Like I remember times when the Ravens were really good, the Steelers were poor, but when they played us, they beat us. It's just because these rivalry games are something else. So be careful what you wish for.
Mm-hmm.
And
They double teamed Micah Parsons, and he shoved both of them back and ran through and got the sack. Daniel Jones is in hell right now.
I picked the Giants to win too. All right, so for my offensive and defensive players of the game, of course, I'm going to go with Zay Flowers and Roquan Smith. Zay Flowers, 9 catches for 78 yards. He pretty much was the offense through the air. And Roquan Smith, he had 16 tackles and a sack because he's the man making all of
Only 8 of them were solo though, right?
Half his tackles were solo.
Okay, yeah.
8 solo tackles.
You get half credit. I don't know why you stopped talking. That's weird.
Yes, 11 is he's a beast. Carolina Panthers could have drafted him.
Yeah, they drafted J.C. Horn instead.
Is he hurt? Did he get injured?
I haven't seen an update on the injury, but he did leave the game with an injury. So I don't know how bad it is or anything like that. But yes.
That's how Ravens fans feel. They feel like they're in football hell. We won the game, people. If I can be satisfied and happy with that, you should be satisfied and happy with that. It ain't going to do us no good in the playoffs, but let's wait 3 or 4 weeks once they get acclimated to learn the speed of each other. Now, we're starting to see this disconnect between OBJ and Lamar. Then we have a problem. Like, I did not like what I saw today, but I know today was just a bump in the road. It was a speed bump. It was something that we may not normally see because I had higher expectations just because of, all the hype videos that they show during the offseason of Lamar just hitting him down the sideline and just him making these spectacular throws and catches. I ain't seen none of it.
It's weird that people keep falling for off-season hype videos.
Yeah, we do. Because at that time, by the time those videos come out, we're starving for football.
Yeah,
like we're just like, man, I need a fix. I need that football. And then they show us one little video, and we just like, yeah. Like it.
That is how y'all be. Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith, Justin Fields, Micah Parsons, and Rashawn Slater. Those are the next 5 picks after Carolina did what they did in that draft.
Facts, Woozy. Yeah, y'all. Man, y'all really. So if you draft Justin Fields, did you trade away Christian McCaffrey at that time?
No, they traded Christian McCaffrey last year, halfway through.
Okay, so you could have Christian McCaffrey, Justin Fields, and DJ Moore on your team right now, and
maybe still have Curtis Samuel because you don't let him walk just because because you're going nowhere with Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold and them.
What's up, Chris? Y'all team could have been stacked.
What are nonsense routes?
Nonsensical routes.
I don't understand. Was he running routes that are unfamiliar to NFL players?
I don't know. All I know is Greg Roman scored 59 points in his first NFL game as the offensive coordinator of the Ravens. Greg Roman. Take that to the bank.
There you go, Jay. You fight that good fight.
What fight is that? Oh, listen, Jay. Jay is a very nice dude. That's my guy. He's a very nice dude. He like throwing little shots.
He's the nicest.
He is the nicest person in the world, but he loves throwing those little shots. Hey, and I didn't think I would be able to say this anytime in recent past from the past. Hey Jay, I don't wide receivers working out. Wish you had eyes, don't you?
I was actually going to ask you.
I
was actually going to ask you what y'all want for Rashad Bateman.
Hey, we got enough. What's going on, Ravens girl? It says, do y'all think OBJ looked upset at the end of the game, sitting on the bench? Listen, you want to take that, Brady?
I think he's upset. I don't think he's upset about his involvement. I think he was upset about the way the offense looked. I don't think that Odell's been kind of painted with this brush of him being a selfish guy and non-team guy and all this stuff. I don't think that's true. I think he was frustrated with the way they were playing. And, I think most of them probably were. Most, if not all of them, were probably frustrated with the way they played today, even though they got the win. But I think they'll be fine moving forward.
Thanks. Yes. I think he felt like the game could have been a little bit better. And like you said, Brownie, a lot of people have painted him with this narrative that he's selfish. He's all about himself. But that's what I saw. But from all the reports and all the people,
send Ferris the link. I need answers.
I'm not saying the first. And all the reports, everybody said that OBJ is a wonderful teammate.
Yeah.
All his teammates love him. They say he's the best dude in the locker room.
Everybody said that. They said that in New York. They said that in Cleveland. They said that in LA.
LA.
You know?
Yeah. So I think he was just upset about how everything unfolded because I think he wants to win another Super Bowl. I think he wants to participate in one. But more than that, how can you be upset when every team in the league offered you $4 million and the Ravens ended up giving you 15? I mean, I ain't got nothing to be upset about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, darn near 4 times my market value. And with incentives, I can make 18. So, yeah, I don't think he was too upset about that. Yeah, that CeeDee Lamb boy. Jesus. How's Bateman working out? He hurt yet? Did pro shape it?
Mm-hmm.
How did TMJ do? Oh no, wait, not in the Brady. This is not for you. Hey Jay, how's DJ Chark? How's he working out?
I can't.
You want to throw stones, Jay?
We can throw stones on this one, Jay. Like you got to go elsewhere with it. You can't go wide receiver for wide receiver with Baltimore anymore. They ain't like that now.
Oh no, how did Adam Thielen work out? How many catches did he have? Jonathan Mingo? Oh, how did that dude do that you traded to Kansas City? I mean, you want to go you want to play these games about wide receivers? But I bet Team J's hurt though, because he stays that way, right? Told you he always try to throw a little shot.
Wait, who they traded to Kansas City? We don't know.
Didn't they trade a wide receiver to Kansas City?
Nah.
Oh no, they got the wide receiver from Kansas City.
There you go. Yeah, he was worthless.
What's going on, Charles? Thank you for joining the stream. Look, we still got 60 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you. So Charles says OBJ was okay. He had to beat double coverage the whole game. Yes, and that's why we brought him here. That's why we gave him $15 million. But I think things will get better once they clear everything up and this offensive line gets itself together, because Lamar didn't have any time to pass. Honestly, I'm not excusing Lamar for anything, but he really didn't have any time to pass from the start. I told y'all, D'Amico Ryans may be a rookie head coach, but as far as defensive minds go, he is one of the best. Thank you, Matt D. This is what we try to do. We try to provide you with entertainment. What's going on, Jared? How you feeling, bro? Thanks for dropping by. Yes, hit that like button. We try to provide you entertainment, and that's why I have B come over here so much, because B is hilarious, even when he's not trying to be.
Listen, man, I don't appreciate it.
All right, fine.
I just don't, man. Like, why does Dak get CeeDee Lamb? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, he don't deserve it?
And Brandon Cooks.
And Michael Gallup after he wasted Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
You know, how's that fair?
Because they have an owner.
Why my quarterback got to run for his life and Dak can sit back there and be like, how am I going to fuck this up today? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that?
That is because as much of a buffoon as Jerry Jones can be, the one thing that he has done throughout the last few decades is made sure he shored up that offensive line. Whereas we go out here and take nonsensical project linebackers, Jerry Jones spends first round picks on centers, guards. No, don't blow whistle.
They call it incomplete.
Yeah, Jerry Jones does what he needs to do to win. Even sometimes if he does the wrong thing, because he loves to keep the Dallas Cowboys in the news, because that's how he makes his money, just making sure that there's somewhere, everywhere, good news, bad news, and different, good publicity, negative, he doesn't care. But he does show up that offensive line, and he goes out and gets his players. So I respect him on that front. This is why I think a lot of people really don't like the Dallas Cowboys, because year in and year out, they have the talent to win a Super Bowl. Just from top to bottom on their roster, they have the guys that can win. It's just being that they have Dakota Ring Prescott as their quarterback and Mike McCarthy as their head coach means they'll never win anything.
Jay is not letting this go, bro.
So it's Tony J. Falls. No, they want to inch away from being. All right, listen. This is what we'll do.
Jay, hold on, before you respond to Jay. Please, before you, Jay, Nelson Aguilar is better than the receivers in Carolina, man.
So Jay, I'm going to pause the stream right now, and I'm going to wait for you to tell me who you have that's worth talking about for wide receiver in Carolina.
You let me know when I come back.
Time's up. All right, let's move on. We're not dealing with this nonsense. We'll deal with this in the Discord, Jay. We'll deal with this in the Discord. We'll finish this conversation.
I just saw a commercial for Aquaman too. I didn't want to see that either. Like there was nothing. There was nowhere for me to go there.
Aquaman 2?
Yeah.
It
looked real bad.
Is the domestic defecator in that movie?
Oh, what?
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
The domestic defecator, Johnny Depp's ex. That's pooping in the bed.
I don't know. I did see that the Baltimore Ravens plan to activate Melvin Gordon from the practice squad. Oh my God. Could not have seen it coming.
Fumble. We didn't have any other choice. Like, what else were we going to do? Now, he may come up for...
sign Kareem Hunt.
That is facts.
Trade for Jonathan Taylor.
See, and this is where I have issue with when earlier I would say, hey, we need to trade for Dalvin Cook. And you guys would say, why do we need Dalvin Cook? We have J.K. Dobbins for this exact reason.
A lot, right? And everybody, what do we need Dalvin Cook for? When he was a free agent. What do we need Dalvin Cook for?
Right.
I don't know, man. Maybe because J.K. Dobbins has never rushed for 1,000 yards, has never had more than 17 carries in a game. You don't know if you can rely on him or not.
How many 1,000-yard seasons does Dalvin Cook have consecutively right now?
What is it, like 4, I think?
4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. 1,100-yard seasons.
Check this out. The Jets have a better running back than J.K. Dobbins, who's coming back off of an ACL tear, and they went and they signed Dalvin Cook. And they drafted a running back.
Yeah. What they got? Michael Carter. And they drafted
they got Carter. They drafted Israel. I'm not going to attempt to say his name because I can only say it offline for some reason. And then they went and they signed Dalvin Cook as well.
Yes, Daniel. He does have a domestic violence. He does have history of domestic violence on his record. But my thing is, when do you get a second chance? So is this an organization that doesn't give players second chances? Do they just say, you know what, you've messed up once in your life and that's it?
He wasn't bothered by T-Sizzle.
Yeah, Terrell used to live around the corner. Bro. I ain't even gonna get into that. Yeah. But T-Sizzle could rush the passer and set the edge like no other. So
and Kareem's skills ain't looking so hot these days. So, it's an integrity thing.
It's an integrity thing. Kind of like Ray Rice. If Ray Rice had rushed for more than 350 something yards when he hit his wife, he'd still be on the team.
Yeah, because that's what happened to Ray Rice. He was awful the year before.
Yes, he was. What you say, Coach? Nice ring? You mean my Pick'ems? My Pick'ems ring? Yeah, it is pretty nice, isn't it? Are you even in the? Did you get my league, Coach? Because I know, you know what? Mike didn't sign up. Did he sign up for yours?
I don't. No, I don't have to check.
So listen, if you want a chance at this ring, or
I'm already checked out on the Pick'em League. I got slaughtered this week in the Pick'ems League.
Or if you want a chance at a championship belt.
All right, Common.
Join the Patreon, patreon.com/RouG.
You and your conscious picks.
It is.
Nobody wants it. All right.
It is in the.
Oh, why did he just fall down again?
He's a bum. It is in the chat section if you want to come hang out with us after the streams. If you want to join the Discord for as little as $5 a month, make sure you go over to patreon.com, sign up, become a patron today, join the RouG community. Also, LBHT at LBHT Show, patreon.com // LBHT Show.
LBHT Show.
Right.
There you go.
You have a Patreon as well?
Yeah. You said it, right?
You want to promote it? Want to talk about it? Or was that good enough?
Patreon.com /LBHT Show.
I just wanted to know if you wanted to elaborate, Brodney. Good.
I wasn't going to take up the time on your show doing that. Like you're promoting your stuff. But we do have a Pick'ems League as well. We have Fantasy Football League. We have a Dynasty League and a regular redraft league. If there's enough interest, we'll start up another Dynasty League as well. We give away a custom championship belt. That's actually getting upgraded this year. We're going with the 6 pounds of metal belt. Don't know what we're going to give away for the Pick'ems League. I don't like the way that Hendo keeps putting up that picture of him with the plaque, and it keeps blinding people. I'm not trying to get sued. So we'll think of something else possibly, but we'll give away a trophy of some sort for that as well. But yeah,
I got all the championships.
And then obviously, you get access to the overtime show that we do every Wednesday evening after our live show. What happened?
I think Saquon fumbled. He got another touchdown.
Yo, what? Every time I turn back, Dallas has more points.
Thanks. You know what I just watched the other night? I
Hmm.
just watched that Bill Russell special on Netflix.
Okay.
And I feel like him when he had the picture with all the rings. That's how I feel. Like all my championships. I just that's how I feel.
They're not called. Oh, he caught it. It doesn't even matter. Oh my god. I was like, that's not a fumble. He didn't have it long enough, but it never hit the ground.
I knew it.
That's
I knew it.
incredible.
I knew it first.
Yeah,
knew it
look,
first.
I picked the Giants on the show the other day just to annoy Warbone, but I knew that the Giants were gonna get the brakes beaten off of them tonight. They're not. They're not for real.
All right, 55 minutes. Let's get on with this last topic and then get on out of here. So, Brady, I know that you said that you watch the game, not that much, but pequeño.
No, I did. I was flipping back and forth with that and the Panthers.
All right. So if you could, can you give me the players that you feel like stock has risen and any players that you feel stock may have gone down?
Stock up for sure is Zay Flowers.
Okay.
He showed that what we were seeing in practice and what you're seeing in the preseason was in fact real. So he looks like he's primed for a big season. He looks very explosive. He looks like the playmaker that Baltimore has been lacking for years. Stock down, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's J.K. Dobbins' career, right? Like that might be over. I'm just saying he's torn an ACL. Now he's torn an Achilles in a league that doesn't like running backs already. And he doesn't have the production to justify, another team really taking a shot on him. So because you're already talking about another, he's out this season. He's not going to be 100% next year, most likely. And then the year following that, for him to really be back and healthy. So I'm going to say down for JK.
Damn, I didn't think about it like that, but you are factually correct, sir. All right. As for me, my stock ups are going to be Justice Hill, 8 carries, 9 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did score the points to put the game away. Got to give a man his credit. Also, Patrick Queen, he had 11 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass defended. Darius Washington, who somebody told me wasn't even going to make the team, he had 6 tackles, 1 sack.
I thought we were doing one player.
As many as you want, sir. If you got some more, please go.
And you were just like making me look bad, like I'm lazy because I only picked one, and then you were going to do the whole team. But it's cool. It's your show.
1 pass defended. Adafe Owe, because I just think that he provided a lot of pressure today. He was really close on a lot of sacks. I know we give him a lot of flack around here, but I do think that he had an outstanding game. And, of course, Roquan Smith. As far as my stock down has got to be Lamar Jackson. And I know that people say, oh, y'all so scared to criticize Lamar Jackson. No, we're not. When he plays bad, he plays bad. And for me, it wasn't even the 2 turnovers that he had. Or was it 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 1 interception? For me, it was his mechanics. Even on that interception, he went back to old habits. He threw off his back foot. I know that he was pretty much running for his life, but as the leader of the team, I think Lamar has to play better. So, I don't think that he is above reproach. So stock down for me, Lamar Jackson. But I know he's going to rebound, so that's nothing. Ronnie Stanley, he just played like hot garbage. The whole O-line, Justin Matabike, for all of his troubles that he had today. He did have a sack, but just undisciplined. And, of course, first-round Travis Jones.
He Travie now? That's what we're doing?
First-round Travie, like, that was a dumb penalty. Like
Connect, I cut?
From Connect, I cut. The ball was gone. Don't put your hands on them. They know that you don't want players touching quarterbacks. Why give them momentum? Or when they're about to give up for 4th down, now they got an automatic first down because you wanted to be stupid. So that's my stock down. Also, my last stock down has to go to the coaching staff. John Harbaugh for never having his players prepared. Todd Monken just for not masking the deficiencies of his O-line. There are coaches out there that when they don't have a good O-line, they devise plays that actually work. Todd Monken's plays were not working. So, yeah, for me, that's it. Anything else you would like to add, Brodney? Facts.
All that said,
All
that said, Baltimore won by 16. I think they're going to win again next week. I think they'll be fine.
I mean, I think they'll be fine as well. I think next week is going to actually be a good game. And then after that, we got week 3 versus the Indianapolis Colts. I still have not chosen somebody to go to the game with me.
You just sound antisocial. Is what's happening.
You said who to what?
I said you sound like you're antisocial.
No. If I was antisocial, I would not be here right now talking to
true.
all of these lovely people.
That's not true.
No, it's just not. It's just that I don't know who to take. It's
Okay.
like I was like, I could take my brother, I could take Jose, I could take. No, you live too far, and you don't like the Ravens. I could take Mike. I could take a patron. I could take Bradley. I don't know. I want to take my son, but like I said, he's never available.
You know what you should do?
What's that?
You know what you should do for the next week.
Okay.
Do however I'm not going to put a number on it, but however many. Good Lord, talk about pick me and just in right here live. But however many streams you can do, however many streams you want to do, and do like a donation drive to get you an Xbox so you don't feel left out anymore. And then whoever donated the most, they get to go. So if you get donations enough to get an Xbox, I will buy you Starfield.
But it's an Xbox.
I mean, listen, I don't know what your damage is here, but it's a phenomenal machine.
Yeah. Well, these are some phenomenal tickets. Like these are the best tickets that I've ever had, and they're right behind the Ravens bench. Like I've never had tickets these good. I think I got these as a Christmas present.
So you can be like, so you're gonna like offer personal apologies to Justice Hill, and he'll hear you.
I can apologize to him. I can apologize to Owe.
The Jabo.
Never, because he's not good.
He got the strip sack though.
He did. That doesn't mean he's good. And Patrick Queen. I can say, you know what? You finally lived up to potential. A little too late because you're about to ship out and go to another team. But hey, better late than never. The date of that game is 2 weeks from today.
That was a super tough one, Brandon.
Week 3, we're in week 1. I know when you start getting closer and closer to DC, math becomes a bit of an issue.
Wow.
I'm just playing.
Are you though?
Not really. Not.
Didn't think that
Not playing. I am playing. I'm joking. I'm only joking because it's Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Ravens O-line only good in the run block. They weren't run blocking well. They weren't run blocking well. I mean, they did the best they can.
Oh, see, Brandon can't even go. Dang it.
Man, I was about to pick you too, brother. You rather go to a wedding than go to the game with me? That's
with
crazy.
With your mentor?
That's crazy. All right, man. We've been here an hour.
Crazy disrespectful.
I know it is, man. Let's see how they treat me. See how my people treat me. See how my patrons do me. They don't even want to come hang out with me with a game. Free tickets. But it's okay. I will get past all of this. A teeny. So, Bradley, want to let the people know where they can find you. So we get out of here.
What the hell, you two? Some of my free preview has ended. I signed in. It's not free. Like, I'm in the wrong account. That's why. Okay. Yeah. You can find me every Wednesday evening at 7:15 p.m. over on Lunch Break Hot Take, where we do the LBHT show. We follow that up with the Overtime show for patrons, which is a lot of fun. We talk about just kind of anything going on, whether it's sports or just news in general. And then you can also find me tomorrow evening on Sip to Tally Films on the Ravens Roundup with Hendo, with my brother Jose, with OTR Mike, with Chris Just Joking, and of course Coach Evans, because it is his channel. Tuesday evening, you can find me over on Suge Knight 323 doing the Steel Conspiracy, because somehow I ended up on a podcast about the Ravens and Steelers, despite not being a fan about either or of either. Not sure what happened there, but I think that's about it. You can also find me over on Ring Kings podcast. Sometime when we come back. I don't know. To TBD. I'll say this. I will say this. We will definitely be there the evening of September 29th after the Canelo and Jamel Charlo fight. I want to say shout out to Damon Nicholson for a great career. He just retired this past, I think yesterday or the day before, after his recent fight. So shout out to him on a great career, and best of luck in whatever you decide to do in the future.
Facts. And Brandon, you did not invite me out for drinks at a Spanish bar. That never happened.
That sounds like a dream that Brandon had. I didn't want to say fantasy, but that's what that sounded like. That's what it sounds like.
What game, Jose?
The Colts game.
What game we talking about? Oh, the Colts game. Yeah, the 24th, week 3.
You know what's really cool? It's like I was looking forward to watching this Cowboys and Giants game, and now I had to come on here, and now there's no point in even watching it because it's already over.
Because you had so much fun here, why look at football?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Exactly. So, my question to you, sir, was, you said tomorrow night.
Pass interference. Yes.
You said tomorrow night. Interception. Throw interception, you bum.
Wow.
You almost did. So you said that's not pass interference. So you said tomorrow night you're going to be on Coach Evans' show.
Yeah.
Are you going to be on Coach Evans' show the Monday after that?
That's why.
I'm just asking.
I don't understand. I don't understand the question. Is there not going to be a Ravens roundup? Oh wait, no, I'm not going to be. No, next week.
Why not? Why not?
Because the Panthers are playing the Saints on Monday Night Football.
Unacceptable.
No,
That's all I want to know.
Very acceptable. Coach is in the chat right now, and he will tell you it's acceptable.
Unacceptable, sir.
I mean, I don't know if he's in the chat. He hasn't said anything in a while. But if you're there, Coach, please speak up.
Facts.
Yeah, because I need the support right now.
All right. So we're in here well over an hour. Still 37 people in here. Make sure before you check out to hit that like button. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Just know that we are here every Sunday after Ravens games or whenever they play. We being a relative term, Brad.
I mean,
we being a relative term, sir.
Like, God damn, man.
So make sure. Whatever. So make sure that you come hang out with us after every Ravens game. Let us know how you feel, because we're definitely going to tell you how we feel. Brian, you checking your points again? I didn't give you any points. I didn't update any points yet.
Why you watching the game though, but you ain't updating the points?
Because I'm sitting here talking.
Okay.
195 points. Are you slacking, bro? Appreciate y'all.
That's
Once again.
incredible.
And we are
That's
out.
Incredible.
We out.
Thank you.
Stop saying that's incredible. We out, B.
That's incredible.
I said we're out.
That's incredible.
Quit playing.